It can be hard for parents to communicate with their children once they head off to college. This afternoon, Dr. Brenda Lloyd Jones from the University of Oklahoma is here with her expert advice. Brenda, it's always great to see you.
Hello, Tatum.
I like this topic. So we've got two viewer questions from parents with kids in school. The first is from Jerome. He says, our daughter wants to return home after completing her first college year in the dorms. She says it's to save money. But my wife and I think it'll be better for her to stay on campus. What can we do to convince her?
You know, that's a great question. And I am certainly interested to learn if the parents might be empty nesters and enjoying their freedom. However, I would suggest that they share with their daughter possible house rules that she'll have to follow. That could be a deterrent. I remember when I would come home for summer break and the house rules were established. That meant house chores I had to take on. That meant I had to have a curfew. And it also meant that I had to attend functions such as family functions and community functions. I could not wait to get back to campus. And so it is difficult for one to come home and abide or follow the house rules once you've lived on your own. So I would suggest that these parents be upfront. That's the heart of the matter. Be upfront with what you would expect of her once she returned home. And if she decides to, I think that really thinking about it might change her mind. Also, they might want to volunteer to help her save money so that she can focus on her classes and focus on becoming a really involved and participatory student.
Sure. Well, that's the whole part of being on campus and living on campus. There's a lot of great life skills and first taste of adulthood, and that's beneficial. Okay, so our next question from Chantel. She says, both of my kids in college, they used the word narcissist a lot when they were home for winter break. They used it in conversations with me and their friends. So my question, what is narcissism?
Yes, absolutely. That is a popular term, and it tends to mean, it's often defined as a fixation on or with oneself, one's public image, one's personal appearance, and according to research, there is an increase in narcissism among today's young people. A lot has to do with social media and the internet that encourages them to focus obsessively on themselves and their image. However, the diagnosis must be made by a professional. Some of the symptoms, I study this area with young people and social media. Some of the symptoms include a low tolerance for criticism, a sense of entitlement, and an excessive need for adoration. These kinds of traits can be obnoxious for some. However, I do want to clarify this piece. This is not abnormal because at this particular age, young people are at a time in their life figuring out who they are, establishing their social identity, and so feeling themselves, as one would say, or having some ego is part of human development. Here's the heart of the matter. Narcissism is certainly a term that young people are using. We are seeing it all over the internet. However, if there's a concern around that in terms of excessiveness that's interfering with one's ability to interact appropriately with others and to feel as though that they are connecting in a real, genuine, authentic way, they can see a professional.
Okay, always great insight, Brenda. Thank you so much. If you have a question that you would like for us to consider for next week, send us an email to therapythursday@griffin.news. We'll be right back.